How's it going? When I was little, and it was my birthday, my mother would always ask me, what kind of cake do you want for your birthday? And my answer always was, I want a lemon pound cake. And that may seem odd and unusual, but I was not your average, normal kid. That's what I wanted. It had been years and years since I'd had a lemon pound cake until last year on my birthday. I decided I was going to make one. Felt a little nostalgic, so I went ahead and made one, and it was outstanding. The recipe for this is down below. Tomorrow is my birthday. I'll be 55. I'm not choked up. Sorry, still dealing with my vocal cord issues. But tomorrow's my birthday, and I wanted to continue my newfound love of lemon pound cake and make myself another one using this same recipe. So we're gonna get started now, and I don't know, follow along, I guess. One of the first things you need to do is there's a number of materials you need to have out at room temperature. A lot of the prep work for this is done with the materials like the butter, cream cheese, and things like that, and you want to whip those early on, and it's best, especially for butter, if it's at room temperature. So I have 3 sticks of butter at room temperature, 8 ounces of cream cheese, 6 eggs, a bunch of flour, granulated sugar. Like I said, the recipe's down below. I'm not going to read it off to you, but let's just start. We're just going to follow the steps because it's a recipe. It's always good to follow the instructions. So we're going to do that right now. First step is preheat the oven to 325 degrees. Well, let's go ahead and do that. The next thing we do is we add the butter, the cream cheese, and the salt, which I think is only a 1/4 tablespoon, into a bowl, and you cream it with your mixer on high until it's smooth. So let's go ahead and start out with that. One teaspoon of salt. Okay, that didn't take very long because the butter was very much at room temperature. It all creamed really easily, so we have that. Next thing we do is we start adding ingredients one at a time while we're still mixing. So the next thing we'll do is add the sugar slowly while we're mixing, also the instant pudding, and then we'll continue to cream this until it's fluffy, about 5 to 7 minutes, the instructions say. Alright, so we have our sugar measured out, and we have our lemon pudding, instant pudding, no cook, pour it right in. And we're going to keep creaming this while we slowly pour the sugar in, then we pour in the pudding, and we'll just keep doing that for about 5 to 7 minutes. Okay, now the pudding mix. Okay, now it says lower the speed of the mixer and add the eggs one at a time. Now the eggs are also room temperature, and there's 6 of them, so we'll add these one at a time and mixing at medium speed until they're incorporated. Alright, now we slow the mixer to the slowest speed and mix in the flour. There's 3 cups total flour. We're going to mix it in 1 cup at a time until it's just incorporated. We don't want to overmix here. right, we're not going to overbeat it. Okay, we add the lemon zest to the bowl. Now that's 3½ teaspoons, which we zested earlier. Oh my God, it smells amazing. Once everything is incorporated, pour the cake batter into a greased and floured or baking sprayed half-cup bundt or tube pan. Well, we have our bundt cake and we previously greased and floured it. So we are ready to put the cake mixture in our bundt pan. Once it's in the pan, we'll put it in the oven for an hour and 20 to 25 minutes, testing it with a toothpick for doneness. While that's cooking, we're going to go ahead and make the glaze, which is so good. All right, let me go ahead and get this poured and get this in the oven. I'm super excited. So thick. All right, there we have it. Let's get it in the oven. All right, it's been cooking for an hour and 20 minutes. We're going to give it the old toothpick test. Doesn't that look amazing? Seems to have a little bit on there. All right, it's still a little bit of stuff on it. We're going to give it another 5 minutes and we're going to check it again. All right. All right, it's been another 10 minutes. Let's give it a check. Oh, it looks really nice. Deep in, nice and clean. Nice and clean. All right, we're going to call this done. Now we're going to let it sit in the pan for 10 minutes to cool. Then we will put it on a cooling rack for an hour. All right, it's been cooling for 10 minutes. Let's go ahead and take it out of the pan and put it on the cooling rack. Look at that. Okay, I'm going to put the rack on the cake. And then I'm going to turn the cake over. Like that. And then we will try to ease the pan off and pray that everything works okay. So here we go. Voila. Magic. All right. The cake now has to cool for an hour at least before we can put the glaze on it. Otherwise, the glaze will just run right off of it. We don't want that. So I'm going to come back in about 40 minutes and mix up the glaze for it. And by that time, we will put this on a plate and we'll finish it up. We won't get to eat it till tomorrow though, sadly. All right, we'll be back. We'll be back in about 40 minutes to make the glaze. We'll see you then. All right, it's been 40 minutes. I have put the cake on a plate. It's getting cool. It's not cool enough yet, but I am going to go ahead and make the glaze. So what we do to make the glaze is we mix powdered sugar with the lemon juice that I juiced earlier. And make basically a lemon sugar glaze. All right, let's get to mixing. Alright, so here's the 1 1/3 cup of confectioner sugar. We'll put that in the bowl. And we're just going to spoon in the 3 tablespoons of the lemon juice. 3 tablespoons. None of those were full tablespoons, so I'm just going to add just a little drip. Well, I'm going to whisk this. As you can see, it's quite thick, but actually the appropriate amount of thick. So I think we came out good with the measurements this time. So I didn't need any extra lemon juice. The glaze looks very, very nice. See the consistency? Pretty good, huh? I'm pretty happy with that. Alright, so I'm gonna just kind of drizzle it on. We'll use the tablespoon, and we'll just sort of drizzle it on the cake here. Is that not amazing? Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, with a little bit of zest for the garnish on top, I bring you my birthday cake. A beautiful, perfect lemon pound cake that I sadly have to wait until tomorrow to eat. But that'll make it all that more special.